Donald Trump made an off-the-cuff comment on Twitter, as he normally does, where he said that Schiff has not yet paid the price for what he's put America through. And I think any sane, reasonable person would see that Donald Trump means like there's going to be consequences for the sham impeachment process, probably in the election. But to think anything beyond that would be, I don't know, trying to be a mind reader. But apparently, the Democrats and people in media love making things up. Do we know definitively what Trump meant by saying he hasn't paid the price? No. Occam's razor would suggest he was talking about elections. The Democrats are going to get hurt. It's going to be Schiff's fault, whatever your opinion is. Is it fair to say Trump was sending a threat to Adam Schiff? No. You would have to be psychic to assert Trump was sending a threat to Adam Schiff. But of course, it makes for great television. So Adam Schiff is absolutely going to be like, oh, the president is threatening me. And the Washington Post and all of the orange man bad media is going to play this stupid game. And it is so infuriating. The Washington Post writes, Schiff has not yet paid the price for impeachment. Trump says in what appears to be veiled threat. Appears to be to who? This is what's so annoying. I don't care what you think it appears to be. Just say Schiff has not paid the price for impeachment. You know, Adam Schiff claims it's a threat or something like that. It doesn't appear to be anything. Schiff can claim whatever he wants. Let's read the story and see if we can tear it apart. Washington Post reports. No. Washington Post asserts. President Trump escalated his attack on Rep. Adam Schiff on Sunday, issuing what appears to be a veiled threat. You know what, man? It's really tough to read this stuff because it's so infuriating. I got to be honest. Against the California Democrat one day before Trump's team is expected to deliver the crux of its defense in the third presidential impeachment trial in U.S. history. Shifty Adam Schiff is a corrupt politician and probably a very sick man, Trump tweeted Sunday morning. He has not paid the price yet for what he has done to our country. Schiff, chairman of the House Intelligence Committee, is the lead impeachment manager in the Senate trial. Schiff responded in an interview on NBC News's Meet the Press, saying he believes Trump's remarks were intended as a threat. This is a wrathful and vindictive president. I don't think there's any doubt about it, Schiff said in the interview. And if you think there is, look at the president's tweets about me today, saying that I should pay a price. Do you take that as a threat? Host Chuck Todd asked. I think it's intended to be. You know what this reminds me of? You know, like the little kids will do this thing where, you know, someone will like push their shoulder and they'll overreact and fall down and start crying. And then they'll be like, he hit me when it was like a light tap. That's what Schiff is doing here. Donald Trump said there's going to be consequences for what Schiff has done with impeachment. He goes on there and he drones on and on and on, saying no new information in months, just the same thing over and over again, trying to make us angry. That's what he's doing. He's just really trying to annoy people to the point of, to pure fury. And then Donald Trump says there's going to be consequences for this. Schiff is going to pay a price. And Schiff and Chuck Todd, yes, Chuck Todd of all people, we know what his alignment is, says, do you take it as a threat? It's intended to be. Yeah. You know what, man? The media loves these games. Schiff, of course, needs this because he has nothing on Trump. So he needs to weaponize literally anything and everything Trump does. I am so sick and tired of this. I'll tell you what, man. Maybe their strategy is like people get so sick and tired of hearing about Trump, they might vote for somebody else because they're tired of hearing about it. Like basically the Democrats are so annoying. It's like the Democrats are screeching a really loud noise saying, we'll stop making the screeching sound if you vote for somebody else. Get rid of Donald Trump. And people are like, fine, I'll vote stop screeching at me. That's what it feels like. I'll tell you what, though. I'm willing to bet more people are vindictive and their attitude is going to be like, you want to keep screeching at me? Then I'm going to go vote twice. And then Trump's going to get reelected. I mean, he'll get reelected for the sane, normal reason that the economy is doing really, really well. Trump's targeting of Schiff comes as the president's attorneys are readying to mount an aggressive defense on Monday. Democrats are arguing that Trump withheld military aid. Yeah. Dude, I don't even want to say it because I got to be honest. I've said it so many times and Schiff has said it so many times. Seriously. The House impeached Trump in December on charges of abuse of power and obstruction of Congress related to these allegations and his directive that his administration not cooperate with the House's investigation. Right. The House never voted for subpoenas. The House never went to, they went to the courts to pressure Trump and then backed down. You know why? Because SCOTUS would have ruled against them. So the Democrats were trying to subpoena Trump's administration. They sent the claim to, the courts. and then immediately withdrew them. That's my understanding. Because if they ruled against them, they'd have no impeachment at all. So they said, hey, better to have a weak claim than to have a rejected claim, right? What they're doing is completely insane, if you ask me. They say in a 2-hour presentation on Saturday, members of Trump's legal team argued that the president had valid reasons for withholding the aid to Ukraine and dozens of other countries, and it sought to plant doubts about both the prosecutor's case and Schiff. But in arguing their case, Trump's attorneys omitted facts, presented claims. You know what? I love the Washington Post. I might as well be reading Truth Out or Common Dreams or some other left-wing activist blog. You can argue that Trump's attorneys omitted facts, but Trump's team is the defense. This is so insane. I am so annoyed by this bias in the media. Listen, the prosecutors need to lay out a case, okay? That's Schiff. The defense isn't supposed to go after every single point and give evidence. Listen, they don't. Okay. One thing they tell you when you're defending yourself is not to volunteer information. They say that Trump's legal team omitted facts. Trump's legal team is supposed to mount a defense against the claims made by Schiff, not present all of the evidence, whether brought forth by Schiff or not. They're supposed to target what they think they can defeat and present it. Could you imagine if we had legal proceedings where the defense was like, we're not going to try and win. We're going to actually create a graph going through every single point made and then tell people whether they're legit or not. Yeah, they would all lose. Now, I get it. A lot of people are probably going to say, but they should do that. They should. No. The goal is to convince a jury whether or not this person is guilty or not guilty, which means a good defense won't volunteer up information, or they're not going to be like, we believe Schiff's claim about Trump is wrong because Trump had a right to, withhold aid and fire whoever he wanted. Now, as to, Schiff's claim about the meeting with Parnas and Yovanovitch, we have no response to that. We really don't know. Why would they do that? The defense is going to highlight things they can refute. So now they're, you know what, Washington Post, fire your activists. They say Democrats contend that Trump has continued to publicly solicit foreign interference in U.S. elections and that the integrity of the 2020 race is at risk. The president fired back Sunday night by leveling the same accusations at his political opponents. The impeachment hoax is a massive election interference, the likes of which has never been seen before. Some Republicans on Sunday defended Trump's remarks about Schiff. In an interview on CNN's State of the Union, Senator James Lankford, a Republican, said he was not troubled by Trump's declaration that Schiff has not paid the price. I don't think it's a death threat. I don't think he's encouraging a death threat. That's insane. Why is it even coming up? Why is anyone even acting like it is? It's not. It's because no matter what Trump does, they have to make it the most extreme and insane thing possible. My God, man. My God. And I know people are going to be like, don't you, there are a few religious people who watch and they get mad when I use the Lord's name. I get it, man. But I'll tell you this. Literally, Trump could, what's the joke? Trump could run into a burning building and save a bag of puppies. And they would criticize Trump because the puppies inhaled too much smoke. Trump, he carried those puppies through the smoke. What was he thinking? Oh, now these puppies are coughing. There's literally nothing he can do. But I'll be real with you. I'm not here to like the guy. You don't have to like the guy. Trump's got a lot of problems. We know Trump's got problems. But come on, man. Why are we living in this paranoid, delusional state where you think Trump is this mafia criminal mastermind who planned Joe Biden's ouster 2 years before he even ran for office? They're claiming that Donald Trump is so smart, so dastardly, that a full year before Biden even announced, Trump was plotting his ouster. Never mind Bernie Sanders, who's now the actual front runner. It was Biden. I love how insane all of this is. You know what, man? Trump is a lot of things, a lot of bad things, but he's not tweeting death threats to Congress. He's just saying, you're going to lose. It's going to be bad for the Democrats. But they live in paranoid, psycho land. Let me give you my favorite. I really want to end this as soon as I can. In the debate in 2016, when Trump said Hillary Clinton acid washed her server, and NBC News said, fact check false. Hillary Clinton did not use a corrosive substance on her server. As if that's what Trump meant. These people have brains the size of peanuts. Or it's on purpose. They're trying to manipulate the information to scare regular Americans into believing complete and utter nonsense. And that's probably the case. Donald Trump's not threatening anybody. Can we all go home, please, and just chill? Look, I got a big old box of Sour Patch Kids. I just want to sit back and, burn my tongue off with sweet, soury goodness, not listen to Adam Schiff's psychotic lies all day. Well, What can I say? That's the media, right? The media is going to take literally everything he does. It's the game they play. I'm wrapping this up. I'll see you all in the next segment in a few minutes, where I'm now going to talk about the same thing, because I have another segment on a similar issue, and it's brain melting. But let's look at some facts. In the next segment, we're going to talk about the media and the two spheres, the bubbles that everyone lives in. So stick around, and I will see you all in a few minutes.